Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi, Nakshatra, days of the year, and important birth and death anniversaries of 23rd January 2026, Friday. Bengali date, 9 March 1432। पर विनिमय तफसील पूंजिका, today's Tithi is Shukla Chaturthi, and up to 0139 hours, and after that Shukla Panchami. Today's Nakshatra. Today Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra and up to 1402 hours, and after that Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Today is 23rd day of the year. There are then 342 days left in 2026. Today is 4th Friday of 2026. Today is Saraswati Puja and Basant Panchami. Saraswati Puja, also known as Basant Panchami, is a sacred Hindu festival celebrated to honor Goddess Saraswati, the deity of knowledge, wisdom, learning, music, and arts. Observed on the fifth day, Panchami of the bright fortnight of the month of Magha, the festival also marks the arrival of spring, Basant. Devotees wear yellow attire symbolizing prosperity and renewal, offer prayers, flowers, books, musical instruments, and seek blessings for intellectual growth and creativity. Educational institutions, students, teachers, artists, and scholars observe this day with great reverence, making it a spiritually uplifting occasion that celebrates learning, culture, and new beginnings. Today is Netaji Jayanti. Netaji Jayanti is observed every year on 23rd January to commemorate the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, one of India's most courageous and influential freedom fighters. The day honors his unwavering patriotism, revolutionary leadership, and his pivotal role in India's struggle for independence, especially through the formation of the Indian National Army. Nationwide tributes, cultural programs, and patriotic events are organized to remember his inspiring slogan, "Give me blood, and I shall give you freedom," and to instill a sense of national pride, discipline, and selfless service among citizens. Today is National Handwriting Day. National Handwriting Day is observed annually on 23rd January to celebrate the art and importance of handwriting in an increasingly digital world. The day highlights how handwriting supports creativity, memory, learning, and personal expression while also preserving individuality and cultural heritage. To commemorate the birth anniversary of John Hancock, whose bold signature became iconic in American history and encourages people of all ages to practice neat writing, write letters or notes by hand, and appreciate the timeless value of pen and paper. Today is Maternal Health Awareness Day. Maternal Health Awareness Day is observed every year on 23rd January to emphasize the importance of protecting and improving the health of mothers before, before, during, and after pregnancy. The day aims to raise awareness about maternal nutrition, antenatal and postnatal care, mental health, and access to quality healthcare services to prevent maternal mortality and complications. It highlights the vital role of healthcare systems, families, and communities in ensuring safe motherhood and recognizes that maternal well-being is fundamental to building healthy families and a stronger society. Today is International Sticky Toffee Pudding Day. International Sticky Toffee Pudding Day is celebrated annually on 23rd January to honor the classic British dessert known for its rich, moist sponge cake made with finely chopped dates, topped with a warm Lucia's toffee sauce. Loved for its comforting taste and indulgent sweetness, the day encourages dessert enthusiasts to enjoy this traditional treat, explore homemade recipes, and appreciate the timeless charm of British culinary heritage. Today is National Pie Day. National Pie Day is celebrated annually on 23rd January to honor one of the most beloved comfort foods, enjoyed across cultures and cuisines. The day celebrates both sweet and savory pies, highlighting their rich history, versatility, and role in family gatherings and festive occasions. Food lovers mark the occasion by baking, sharing, and savoring their favorite pies, making it a delightful celebration of tradition, creativity, and culinary joy. Today is National Rhubarb Pie Day. National Rhubarb Pie Day is observed annually on 23rd January to celebrate the unique and tangy flavor of rhubarb pie, a classic dessert enjoyed especially in colder regions. The day highlights rhubarb's distinctive tartness balanced with sweetness in its flaky pie crust, making it a favorite among traditional home bakers and dessert lovers. It encourages people to appreciate seasonal produce, culinary creativity, and the timeless comfort of homemade pies. Today is Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day. Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day is observed annually on 23rd January to recognize a uniquely North American winter phenomenon where mailboxes are damaged by snowplows during heavy snowfall. The day brings light-hearted attention to the challenges faced by residents in snowy regions, highlighting winter preparedness, community humor, and the resilience required to cope with harsh weather conditions. It also serves as a reminder to design stir-dryer mailboxes and to appreciate the quirks of life in snow-prone areas. Today is National Measure Your Feet Day. National Measure Your Feet Day is observed annually on 23rd January to remind people of the importance of knowing their correct foot size for comfort and foot health. The day highlights that foot size can change over time due to age, weight, or lifestyle and encourages individuals to measure their feet regularly to ensure proper shoe fit. By promoting awareness about well-fitting footwear, the day helps prevent foot pain, posture problems, and long-term health issues. Today is National Activity Professionals Day. National Activity Professionals Day is celebrated on the fourth Friday of January each year to recognize the vital contributions of activity professionals working in healthcare, senior living, and community care settings. The day honors their dedications to enhancing quality of life through creative, recreational, social, and therapeutic activities that support physical health, mental well-being, emotional expression, and social connection. It serves as an appreciation of their compassion, innovation, and commitment to creating engaging and meaningful experiences for those in their care. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Naveen Chandra Sen, 10th February 1847, 23rd January 1909. Naveen Chandra Sen was one of the most distinguished Bengali poets and writers of the 19th century and is widely regarded as among the greatest poets before the advent of Rabindranath Tagore. He earned lasting recognition for using poetry as a medium of historical reflection and nationalism, notably describing the Battle of Plassey and the beginning of British rule as a night of eternal gloom. His epic poem Polassi's Juddho 1875 powerfully portrayed the betrayal of Sirajuddaulah and became a landmark in nationalist Bengali literature. Sen further achieved literary prominence by popularizing epic narrative poetry in Bengali through his three-part Mahabharata reinterpretation, Raivatak, Kurukshetra, and Prabhas, with Krishna as the central figure. His early poetry collections, Avakas Ranjani, 1871-1877, established his poetic reputation. He also contributed significantly through verse translations of the Bhagavad Gita and the Markandeya Purana, and biographies of Jesus, Buddha, and Cleopatra in Bengali. Works like Bhanumati and Prabhasir Patra expanded his fame beyond poetry. His five-volume autobiography, Amar Jivon, remains a valuable historical record of the social and political life of educated Bengalis in the late 19th century. Alongside his literary achievements, his long service as a deputy magistrate added to his stature as a respected intellectual and public figure of Bengal. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Otto Paul Hermann, the Diels. 23rd January 1876 to 7th March 1954. Otto Paul Hermann Diels was a distinguished German chemist renowned for his pioneering work in organic chemistry, particularly the development of the Diels-Alder reaction in collaboration with Kurt Alder. This reaction, discovered in 1928, provided a powerful and efficient method for synthesizing unsaturated cyclic compounds, which proves crucial for the production of synthetic rubber and plastics. Diels completed his education at the University of Berlin under the guidance of Emil Fischer and quickly advanced to become department head at the Institute of Chemistry. He later moved to the University of Kiel, where he conducted his Nobel Prize winning research and remained until his retirement in 1945. His contributions to chemistry were internationally recognized when he and Elder were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1950 for their groundbreaking discovery. Beyond his scientific achievements, Diels was known for his dedication to teaching and mentoring future chemists. He also maintained a rich personal life, enjoying reading, music, and travel, and raised a family of 5 children. His work left a lasting impact on industrial chemistry and modern organic synthesis. Diels' legacy continues to influence both theoretical and applied chemistry worldwide. Today is birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, 23rd January 1897 to Subhash Chandra Bose was an Indian anti-colonial nationalist whose defiance of British authority in India made him a hero among many Indians. But his wartime alliances with Nazi Germany and fascist Japan left a legacy vexed by authoritarianism, anti-Semitism, and military failure. The honorific Netaji, Hindustani respected leader, was first applied to Bose in Germany in early 1942 by the Indian soldiers of the Indische Legion and by the German and Indian officials in the Special Bureau for India in Berlin. It is now used throughout India. Bose was born into wealth and privilege in a large Bengali family in Odisha during the British Raj. The early recipient of an Anglo-centric education, he was sent after college to England to take the Indian Civil Service examination. He succeeded with distinction in the vital first exam but demurred at taking the routine final exam, citing nationalism to be the higher calling. Returning to India in 1921, Bose joined the nationalist movement led by Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress. He followed Jawaharlal Nehru to leadership in a group within the Congress which was less keen on constitutional reform and more open to socialism. Bose became Congress president in 1938. After the election in 1939, differences arose between him and the Congress leaders, including Gandhi, over the future federation of British India and princely states, but also because discomfort had grown among the Congress leadership over Bose's negotiable attitude to non-violence and his plans for greater powers for himself. After the large majority of the Congress Working Committee members resigned in protest, Bose resigned as president and was eventually ousted from the party. In April 1941, Bose arrived in Nazi Germany, where the leadership offered unexpected but equivocal sympathy for India's independence. German funds were employed to open a Free India Center in Berlin. A 3,000 strong Free India Legion was recruited from among Indian POWs captured by Erwin Rommel's Afrika Korps to serve under Bose. Although peripheral to their main goals, the Germans inclusively considered the land invasion of India throughout 1941. By the spring of 1942, the German army was mired in Russia and Bose became keen to move to Southeast Asia, where Japan had just won quick victories. Adolf Hitler, during his only meeting with Bose in late May 1942, agreed to arrange a submarine. During this time, Bose became a father. His wife or companion, Emily Shankly, gave birth to a baby girl. Identifying strongly with the Axis powers, Bose boarded a German submarine in February 1943. Of Madagascar, he was transferred to a Japanese submarine from which it disembarked in Japanese-held Sumatra in May 1943. With Japanese support, Bose revamped the Indian National Army (INA), which comprised Indian prisoners of war of the British Indian Army who had been captured by the Japanese in the Battle of Singapore. A provisional government of Free India (Azad Hind) was declared by the Japanese occupied Andaman and Nicobar Islands and was nominally presided over by Bose. Bose was unusually driven and charismatic. The Japanese considered him to be militarily unskilled, and his solidarity effort was short-lived. In late 1944 and early 1945, the British Indian Army reversed the Japanese attack on India. Almost half of the Japanese forces and fully half of the participating INA contingent were killed. The remaining INA was driven down the Malay Peninsula and surrendered with the recapture of Singapore. Bose chose to escape to Manchuria to seek a future in the Soviet Union, which he believed to have turned anti-British. Bose died from third-degree wounds after his plane crashed in Taiwan, then under Japanese occupation, on 18 August 1941. Some Indians did not believe that the crash had occurred, expecting Bose to return to secure India's independence. The Indian National Congress, the main instrument of India's nationalism, praised Bose's patriotism but distanced itself from his tactics and ideology. The British Raj, never seriously threatened by the INA, charged 309 officers with treason in the Indian National Army trials, but eventually backtracked in the face of opposition by the Congress and a new mood in Britain for rapid decolonization in India. Bose's legacy is mixed. Among many in India, he is seen as a hero, his saga serving as a would-be counterpoise to the many actions of regeneration, negotiations, and reconciliations over a quarter century through which the independence of India was achieved. Many on the right and far right often venerate him as a champion of Indian nationalism as well as Hindu identity by spreading conspiracy theories. His collaborations with Japanese fascism and Nazism pose serious ethical dilemmas, especially his reluctance to publicly criticize the worst excesses of German anti-Semitism from 1938 onwards or to offer refuge in India to its victims. Today is death anniversary of General Pranath Thapar, 23rd May 1906 to 23rd January 1975. General Pranath Thapar was the fourth Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army and one of its senior-most officers during the early post-independence period. A Sandhurst graduate, he served with distinctions in World War II across Burma, the Middle East, and the Italy, rising to key staff and command roles including brigade major and battalion commander. During the partition of India, he played a crucial role as director of military operations and intelligence, helping manage one of the most complex military transitions in Indian history. He later held several high commands, including Master General of Ordnance, Corps Commander, and General Officer commanding in Chief of Southern and Western Commands. Thapar became Chief of Army Staff in May 1961, leading the army during the challenging period of the 1962 Sino-Indian War, after which he resigned, taking moral responsibility. Post-retirement, he served India diplomatically as ambassador to Afghanistan from 1964 to 1969. His military service was recognized with multiple decorations, including the General Service Medal 1947, Videsh Seva Medal, Indian Independence Medal 1939 to 1945 Star, Burma Star, War Medal 1939 to 1945, and the India Service Medal. He is remembered for his long service, integrity, and significant contributions to the Indian Army in its formative decades. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Iwakwa Hideki, 23rd January 1907 to 8th September 1981. Iwakwa Hideki, born on 23rd January 1907 in Tokyo, Japan, was a trailblazing theoretical physicist who made history as the first Japanese Nobel laureate. In 1935, he proposed the meson theory, which explained the strong nuclear force that binds protons and neutrons within the atomic nucleus, a discovery that transformed modern physics. His theoretical prediction of the meson was experimentally confirmed in 1947, leading to his recognition with the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1949. Iwakawa's research not only advanced nuclear science but also positions Japan as a significant contributor to global scientific progress during the post-war era. He served as a professor at Kyoto University and Columbia University and became the founding director of the Research Institute for Fundamental Physics in Kyoto, nurturing future generations of physicists. Beyond his scientific achievements, Iwakawa engaged deeply with the philosophical implications of science, emphasizing responsibility and ethics in an age of rapid technological growth. His humility, intellectual rigor, and vision inspired scientists both in Japan and abroad. Miyako Hibiki passed away on 8 September 1981, leaving a lasting legacy as one of the greatest minds in 20th century physics. Today is birth anniversary of Sir William Arthur Lewis, 23rd January 1915 to 15th June 1991. Sir William Arthur Lewis was a pioneering development economist and the James Madison Professor of Political Economy at Princeton University, best known for formulating the influential dual sector model of economic development. His 1954 work, Economic Development with Unlimited Supplies of Labor, transformed understanding of how surplus labor from traditional sectors can drive industrial growth. Lewis made history as the first black student admitted to the London School of Economics and later became its first black faculty member. He was also Britain's first black university lecturer and a later full process professor at the University of Manchester. Lewis served as a key economic advisor to several African and Caribbean nations and was the first economic advisor to independent Ghana, helping design its first 5-year development plan. He played a major role in higher education as Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies and Chancellor of the University of Guyana. He helped establish the Caribbean Development Bank and became its first president. In recognition of his global impact, he was knighted in 1963. His highest honor came in 1979 when he received the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences for his groundbreaking research on economic development, becoming the only black recipient of the prize. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Gertrude Belle Alien, 23rd January 1918 to 21st February 1999. Gertrude Trudy Belle Alien was an American biochemist and pharmacologist whose pioneering work in rational drug design led to life-saving treatments such as mercaptopurine for leukemia, azathioprine for organ transplants, aciclovir for herpes, and AGT for AIDS. She shared the 1988 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine with George H. Hitchings and Sir James Black, becoming the fifth woman to win the Nobel in Medicine and one of the few pioneers without a doctoral degree. Gillian was elected to the National Academy of Sciences 1990, the Institute of Medicine 1991, and became a Fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences 1991. Her awards include the Garvan Olin Medal 1968, Sloan Kettering Judah Award 1983, SCS Distinguished Chemist Award 1985, American Academy of Achievement Golden Plate Award 1989, AACR Kane Award 1985, American Cancer Society Medal of Honor 1990, National Medal of Science 1991, and the Lemelson MIT Lifetime Achievement Award 1997. She was the first woman inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame 1991 and also entered the National Women's Hall of Fame 1991. Additionally, she was elected to the Engineering and Science Hall of Fame 1992 and became a foreign member of the Royal Society for Men in 1995. Through her groundbreaking research and numerous honors, alien transformed medicines and inspired generations of scientists, especially women in science. Today is death anniversary of Mr. John William Carson, 23rd October 1925 to 23rd January 2005. John William Carson was an iconic American television host and comedian, best known for hosting the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson from 1962 to 1992, a record-setting 30-year tenure that shaped modern late-night television. Renowned for his sharp wit and conversational interview style, he became a defining cultural figure, often hailed as the king of late-night television. Carson received 6 Primetime Emmy Awards in recognition of his excellence in television and entertainment. He was honored with the Television Academy's Governor's Award in 1980 and the prestigious Peabody Award in 1985 for his lasting impact on broadcasting. In 1987, he was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy in television history. Carson was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1992 for his contributions to American culture. He further received the Kennedy Center Honor in 1993, celebrating his influence on the performing arts. In addition to his television achievements, Carson served honorably in the United States Navy during World War II. Even after retiring in 1992, his influence endured, inspiring generations of comedians and talk show hosts. Today is birth anniversary of Sir Derek Alton Walcott, 23rd January 1930 to 17th March 2017. Sir Derek Alton Walcott was a renowned Saint Lucian poet and playwright celebrated for giving the Caribbean a powerful literary voice on the world stage. He received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1992, with the Nobel Committee hailing him as the Caribbean Homer for his luminous poetry rooted in history and multicultural identity. His epic poem Homerus 1990 is widely regarded as his greatest achievement and a masterpiece of modern literature. Walcott won the Obey Award in 1971 for Dream on Monkey Mountain and was appointed officer of the Order of the British Empire in 1972 for his services to literature and drama. He was also a recipient of the MacArthur Foundation Genius Fellowship, the Queen's Medal for Poetry, and the Royal Society of Literature Award. His collection White Regrets earned the prestigious T.S. Eliot Prize in 2010 and the OCM Bocas Prize for Caribbean Literature. In recognition of his lifelong contributions to poetry, he received the Griffin Trust Lifetime Recognition Award in 2015 and the Annie Spilled Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004. Walcott also made lasting contributions as an educator, teaching for many years at Boston University and mentoring generations of writers. In 2016, he was honored as one of the first Knights of the Order of St. Lucia for his exceptional cultural legacy. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe, and share.